podcast for life.
Doggy Charles. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. The microphone messiah. Yeah. It's the microphone messiah. And Mr. No Days Off. Microphone messiah. Mr. No Days Off. Phil, Brandon, what's good, y'all? Let's go. Bullet Cast host. Look, this is the time for us to be great on podcasts. Let you know this is the time and how the vibe lasts. This is the feeling of time and when we on it. You know we got no time for no opponent, just the feeling. This is the time of the greats on everything that we say. You know we about getting paid. Every opinion of wrestling. You know we got the truth in it. Every time you know that.
Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is I, the microphone messiah, Phillip Antoine. I am joined by Marlee and the Canadian Destroyer, BT, Brandon Tanguma. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Chilling, vibing, living. You know how we do. Yeah, it's been another week in the world of professional wrestling, sports entertainment. It's gone on. Things have happened, and we're going to talk about the things that have happened.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's kind of what we're here to do. Unless you want to talk about something else, what do you want to talk about? I feel like people appreciate our random off-topic discussions. At least I hope they do.
Phillip, I need to. Who do you have winning the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup Finals?
Well,
I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you who's in them. You just have to tell me who's going to win them.
I need to know who's in them. I need to know. I know, like Warriors aren't in it. Lakers aren't in it. This is just
that's 2 of the 30 teams. Good job.
That's my Raptors should be in it. Shout out Toronto. Shout out the Six. Big Canada boy over here. I want to say that no, the Nuggets aren't in it, right? No, Denver's not in it.
Boston.
Oh, there we go. We got one.
The Celtics. Okay, the Celtics.
Oh, that was a hard guess too.
Okay. So the Celtics, and play at the TD Garden. Shout out Boston. That's I just listened to a podcast about that. Yeah. Oh my God. So Boston, and then who else is in this? Just tell me. We know.
We're looking for the Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas, really?
Whoa.
This is a different. This was like an alternate universe, right? Like,
wow. Okay.
This is the first time in, I think, years it hasn't been like Curry or LeBron, right? Like,
we've had a different matchup for like the past 4 years.
Have we? Because I've always remembered this goes
ever since the Warriors lost to the Raptors, we've not had a repeat conference champion.
This goes back to like when LeBron was playing like for the Heat in like 2011. I would always see him like in the finals, and then like I know the Spurs did it like 1 year, and then LeBron went back to Cleveland, and the Cavs were hitting it, and then obviously the Warriors. Then LeBron goes to the Lakers, and they're popping off in it. Yeah, okay. So this is all new, and then the Stanley Cup. Who's in the Stanley Cup?
Well, we got the Edmonton Oilers, America's team, taking on the Florida Panthers.
Florida. Geez, this.
Oh, Florida's done it before.
This is a lot.
And if you guys have been on Twitter at all, I'm definitely going with Edmonton. And if you know, you know. Shout out to that one Edmonton Oilers fan.
Right. Wow,
Phillip has no idea what I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm supporting it all. Congratulations to these fans.
Maybe I'll send them the tweet if I can find it.
These are great times to be a fan of the sports. If your team is winning and it's been a long time, then enjoy all of this. Spread the joy, spread the cheers. We're gonna talk about some. Since we're just talking sports teams, let's do it. Gable Steveson has signed with the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, this is a hell of a. This was random. This was probably one of the most random things we're gonna talk about today. Yeah, my guy.
That was out of the box.
Yeah, like Marlee, what were your thoughts when you saw this?
Personally, I don't think about Gable Steveson, but I mean, good for him.
Yeah, right. He got fired from the E. So
he was out of sight, out of mind this whole time. I'm like, oh, there he is.
Saw Trevor Lee, Brandon's boy. Saw he came for him on the internet.
Leader of the Trevor Lee fan club.
Yeah, Trevor Lee was like, somebody was like, "What position is he gonna play?" And then Trevor Lee was like, "Oh, probably one where somebody has to make him look good, and he doesn't have to do a lot of work." I was like, "Damn."
I mean,
Real.
I did see the video of like their dark match of Trevor Lee, and it was like peak Rick Rude Ultimate Warrior.
Wait! What footage? Where is this?
It's somewhere on I saw it on Twitter. It's like a fan cam footage, and it's just like Trevor Lee. It's just like Gable Steveson takes Trevor Lee, picks him up, carries him to one corner, hits him with a bunch of shoulder, whatever you call those shoulder blows, and then he picks him up, takes him to the other corner, does the exact same thing, and then he picks him up and like dumps him with like a double. It's just like the same thing the entire time.
Damn, my guy really thought he was about to be Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar. He thought he was about to be like Brock Angle or Kurt Lesnar or something, and that did not happen at all.
Yeah, I mean, from the as the resident sports expert over here, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like a gimmick, to be honest. I don't know if you'll even see preseason playing time, let alone real playing time in the NFL.
Is he gonna do like a Brock where he was like on the
Well, I mean,
squad for the
Brock.
Vikings?
I think Brock at least played like some sort of high school football. Gable Stevenson's never played football in his entire life, and like I understand, like he's going to be a D lineman, which is people who might not know are like, oh, he's just going to run after the quarterback. It's more. It's not that simple.
Are you telling me I have more football experience than Gable Steveson?
I mean, currently, if you've like played an actual snap of high school football, then
yeah. I played what? I played like 9 games back in the day.
Played flag football in PE.
This is wow. Let me know when he's playing. I'm gonna watch that. I need to see that. This is something.
And the way the NFL is, especially with probably the low level contract he signed, they can just cut him at any time and they're not gonna owe him anything.
Bro,
so it's probably just like they sign him for his rights, see what he can do in these mini camps and these pre-training training camps, and then if he shows some promise, maybe he gets some playing time during the preseason. I would doubt he makes the actual 53-man roster, but you never know.
Big pop if he belly to belly somebody. I'm gonna laugh. Sweetie, we all know Sweetie, Bay Area native. She was at the Sukiban Joshi show in LA, like a day after Sexy Red was on NXT. Wrestling is back, guys. It's back.
We are so back.
Yes. This was one of the most random things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, wrestling has always been a part of like hip hop culture, but now we're getting kind of the Japanese anime wrestling crossover now, and it's like just so many worlds just like coming into one now.
It is. Who's next to pop up somewhere? I think that's the real question.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Right? Yeah, Meg Thee Stallion. I'm trying to see Cardi B pop up like I mentioned. Yeah, who else? Who else is out here?
I mean, I think like West Side Gun is at like every AEW show at this point.
Yeah, I mean, but he's a known wrestling fan. Like, I think he has like a promotion that's getting started or something.
Yeah, Fourth Rope.
Fourth Rope. Yeah, I mean those championships are beautiful. Yeah, this is something. I'm down. I'm down for it all. Alicia Atut, she started Ambi, a music blog, back in the day. That's how she got popping. She is All Elite, so she will be working with All Elite Wrestling. Congratulations to her. Yeah, she was one of the people I studied very early on when I got into this podcast game and the interview aspect of this industry. So congrats to her. The girlfriend of Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
I know she just celebrated a birthday. They went to like Disney World to Disneyland. Not too familiar with her actual work. I know of her, but she seems like she's put #time in and she's done the rounds in wrestling. So it seems like she's like gonna be like the Ring of Honor like backstage interviewer possibly. So good for her.
That's what's up. Yeah, shout out to her. I have sad news, ladies and gentlemen. The Roman Reigns Bloodline Jordans have been canceled.
They were making those?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, technically, they weren't actual Roman Reigns shoes. They were just called the Bloodline, and they were black and red.
Yes, but still, but still, they've been canceled.
T's and P's.
I haven't owned a pair of Jordans since I was 1 year old. I was ready to, hey man, I was ready to do it for the bloodline, man. You know, anything for the bloodline.
I just got my first pair of Jordans last year.
Congratulations. Well, what kind did you get?
Just the plain black and white ones. I thought they were the Dunks. I didn't realize they were the Jordans when I ordered them. I just wanted black and white Nikes.
Well, black and white Jordans, that could be anything. We have to, there's a specific number. There's all these different names for them. I'm also the Jordan guy too as well. I wear many hats on this podcast.
The shoes.
They're shoes.
There we go.
They're shoes, yes. Penta El Zero Miedo, his contract apparently is expiring in AEW between August and September. He's a guy I would love to see in NXT. I mean, he could go to the main roster, but I mean, I think because he used to have an aura about him. He really did. Like when he was in Impact and like the few times we saw him at APW back in the day, Brandon, like there was just this, it looked like he was like crip walking to the ring, like this slow, methodical pace. I need that Pentagon to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a huge fan of Penta. I feel like he could be so much more in AEW, and like, yeah, he's had like some really good tag matches with the Young Bucks, and I mean, Phoenix has kind of been on and off for like the past couple years that they've had chances to push him as a singles guy, but
yeah,
he just is kind of the guy to, win a couple matches, lose an international championship match, and then just fall back and wait for Phoenix to come back.
Didn't he hold the title?
Phoenix held the title because Moxley got concussed, but not Penta. I don't think Penta outside of the tag titles.
I just associate that championship with Orange Cassidy because he held it for so long. Jesus. Like so, it was what Cassidy, Phoenix, Moxley, and what now, or Roderick Strong, and now Ospreay. Okay. See, there are too many championships. We need to cut the cord. We need to cut the cord badly. Let's go to the fan mail. We do have some fan mail. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. In Brightest Day X, the Hall of Famer. Jesus Christ.
Mr. X.
This. All right, here we go. These are long.
Well, good thing someone paid for the Zoom.
Right. Shout out to our sponsors. Yeah, so he attended Impact, like an Impact taping. So I guess this is just kind of like a breakdown of everything. All right, so here we go. He says, "Am I the only one who like to see the match between Jordynne Grace and Roxanne Perez? To be title for title instead of just for the NXT Women's Championship." I mean, that would be something. That would be. I mean, could you imagine like Roxanne Perez popping up on TNA as the Knockouts champ? Like that'd be something. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I think title for title is the better way to go. But
aren't they
do
doing
what you got to do?
Aren't they doing that at Forbidden Door with Mercedes and whoever she's facing?
Yeah, Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah, what title does she have? The
strong title.
Yeah, the strong title.
Okay. Then he also says with Ethan Page showing up in NXT, could we begin to see more well-known free agents appear in the black and gold days? I think we can, with anything is possible. Anything is possible in this industry. Now he says, now if I didn't mention it, I apologize, but a couple of weeks ago, now I attended the TNA Impact TV tapings that took place in Newport, Kentucky. They had Saturday and Sunday tapings, but I only attended the Saturday one. The ticket prices were pretty good for where I was sitting, which was close to the ramp, second row, and fourth seat over. Okay. The venue was more built as a small concert venue, but it always makes for a more intimate experience watching the show on Access Channel. It appears they mixed matches from both days to create a 2-hour show out of it. Going into the third week since attending, and they still using footage from the two tapings. If you watch carefully during certain matches, if you see a fat guy with a beard wearing a red and white Reds hat next to the entrance ramp, that's me. Wow, all right. The next episode, which airs tomorrow, will be the 20th anniversary episode of Impact, which is cool to be a part of. That's what's up, man. As for who was there, match between Charles McKenzie, Jada Stone to start out. We can see Alan Angels versus Alan Angels. You're familiar with him, Marlee.
Yeah, my coach.
Yeah, shout out. The TNA OG Eric Young. I think I just saw a clip of that. He posted that, right? Recently? Of him getting like pile drivered. I feel like I just
I
saw he posted that.
believe so.
After that, there was a tag team match between Canadian tag team, Sinners and the Saints versus the Rascals. More tag team action. Eddie Edwards, Brian Myers, Ryan Nemeth, Broken Matt Hardy, TNA World Champion Moose, Jordan Grace, the juggernaut herself was out there. Speedball, Mike Bailey, Mustafa Ali is the X Division champ. Chris Bay, we just saw him at BTW. Shout out BTW, great show this past
Amazing
weekend.
show.
Yes. Sammy Callahan, Steve Macklin, Nick Nemeth, Frankie Kazarian, Joe Hendry, and more. Wow. He gives a lot of breakdown to Jonathan Gresham, but just for time, But I'm glad you got to experience that, bro. That's awesome. I've never been to a TNA show or Impact or whatever, but yeah, I'd love to, man. Kind of knock it off the bucket list. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they come to Vegas often. I remember years ago they had a Bound for Glory down in San Diego, and that's when I was kind of really into TNA at that time, and I thought about going, but didn't pull the trigger.
Should have pulled the trigger. Should have pulled the trigger.
Should have.
Right.
It was like, I don't know if that was height of Aces and Eights or it was a little while ago. It was a long time ago.
Aces and Eights was special.
Yeah, that was whoa. Haven't heard that name in years.
Right. Love it.
Wow.
I feel like we talk about them every 2 months.
Because Aces and Eights was a cool little story, man. And then it was over, and then AJ Styles left, and then TNA or Impact became what it became for those years. Yeah. NXT All Ego.
Bound for Glory 2013. That's what that.
Oh, that was. Yeah. There it is. All Ego Ethan Page is signed with NXT. He and Trick Williams go at it for the NXT title. Jordan Grace had her match. Made quick work of oh God, I forgot who she wrestled. Stevie Turner. Thank you. Yeah. So how'd you guys like NXT this week?
I thought NXT out of Dynamite, Raw, NXT. I think I enjoyed NXT the most this week.
Yes, it's cooking. Shawn Michaels has the chef profile pic on his Twitter. Somebody bestowed him the chef hat because he's cooking. He's cooking in this kitchen, man. Y'all stop playing with HB Schnizzle, man. Brandon,
Great show.
do you enjoy what Shawn Michaels is cooking?
The NXT has its high points and some of its low points. Some of the backstage vignettes are a little too cute by half and things of that nature. But as they're catching a lot of steam right now with the TNA crossover, the Jordan Grace of it all, and Trick Williams being the main event or being the champion. So I mean, it has it's a mixed bag.
Is Battleground gonna cook though? That's what I need to know. Like, is it really gonna cook? Like, is Shawn Michaels about to like really season this thing up? Like, is he going to be using the Obey? Is he going to be using the Lawrence? Is he going to be using some Dano's seasoning? Or like, what kind of seasonings? I can't just have salt and pepper and paprika. I know.
Slap your mama.
Smoked paprika.
Yeah, that's exotic to people who don't have taste buds.
Slap your mama.
All right, I need the Obey. I need the Lawrence. I need some of that Cajun season. I need this to taste magnifique. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into Monday Night. Let's get into Monday Night Raw. Liv and Dom. Liv, I've noticed kind of a different look. Different makeup and stuff. The cheeks are rosy. Yeah, she's talking about how much Dom likes it. I love how Dom posted a screen recording of all the likes that Liv gave his post. Thought that was a nice touch. She was getting all up on him. Finn comes out there and saves him. Like, so we don't want you anywhere near us. And then she starts messing with his hair, and he showed a little smile. That boy Dom. I know he likes this.
Must be nice,
right?
It must be nice to have a wife, a side chick, and a girlfriend all in one.
He got a wife, a side chick, and a mom. That's crazy. This man is winning. Do you just need to get a mullet and a stash? Is that it?
Just need to show up like Eddie Guerrero, his real dad. You know.
Hello, Brandon. What are your thoughts on all this?
It was definitely the kind of the linchpin of this episode of Raw, and I think they did a good job with it. Liv, in this certain character, I think it kind of fits her. I think her character work is probably better than her in-ring work. And the character, it's not just the crazy, sex fiend girl that we've kind of seen in WWE in the past. She's like more methodical. She like is in control and she knows exactly what she's doing. And it's just a question of like, is Dom in it with her? Is Dom that stupid and horny to just fall for her, even though he kind of knows it's a trap? And it's just kind of this whole, we don't know what's going on, but we know it's gonna get figured out eventually.
Right. I love how like I've she's kind of started the thing. Like I've seen multiple independent wrestlers post like they're on a revenge tour now too. I was like, all right. I mean, don't you can like
It's not the indies if you're not stealing from WWE. Come on now. You should know that.
Even one of the YouTubers I watch, Dead Meat, he does a bunch of horror stuff. He even referenced the Revenge Tour in one of his videos. I was like, damn, it's international now. It's going everywhere.
yeah. I mean, you can have like a play on it. Don't just flat out call it what it is. Don't just steal the name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm intrigued to see where this goes. It's something. It really is. Damian Priest defeats the legendary Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. After that, Drew McIntyre comes out there, and yeah, they go at it.
I mean, they didn't really do too much hype in terms of Priest and Drew. As I said, it was much more about Liv and her dynamic with the Judgment Day. So little quizzical about that. They'll probably go more heavy-handed next week. Also, I mean, what's it been like 2 weeks now, I think, of no CM Punk chatter at all, which kind of raises my alerts that he's probably going to show up at Clash of the Castle and possibly screw over Drew.
If you
Yeah, he just posted the story of him working out.
well say his name and he'll appear. So, yeah, I saw Drew McIntyre posted the video he made at WWE headquarters, and he put CM Punk's face on a giant screen, just like, oh man, their feud is so petty, and I love it. I love it.
The girls are fighting. The girls
Right.
are indeed fighting.
Right? I love it. I love this so much. SummerSlam is about to be stacked. If Mommy comes back in time, you get Liv and Rhea, custody for Dominic and then the Women's World Championship. Punk versus Drew, Gunther versus I presume it'll be Damian Priest, Cody versus whoever he'll face. The bloodline will be doing something. Hopefully Roman's back by that time. This this has the potential to cook. It really does. It really does. I'm
It's a
excited.
good year for WWE, I believe so.
It is. It is a very good year. Jay Uso wants to win Money in the Bank. Could we see main event Jay Uso?
I forgot Money in the Bank was happening because it's all Clash at the Castle right now.
Yeah, I mean it's because 3 weeks out or 4 weeks out right now, but yeah, next week we'll be 3 weeks out. They're happening every 3 weeks, just moving. Yeah, I mean right now he's my male pick. I know Money in the Bank's a heel thing, but I think every once in a while I'll get a baby face on that and it'll work out. Could you imagine if Roman had still been the champion and Jay had cashed in on him?
Oof.
That pop would have been crazy.
Honestly, I think this might have been like my favorite Jey Uso segment ever,
Yeet.
like as a singles, because I thought it just perfectly encapsulated why people love him. The little dynamic he had with the kid that was right next to him in the stands, and
Yeet.
it was just a very solid promo, and it made him connect with the crowd, and it was a mission statement, and it wasn't overly reliant on the heat. So I very much enjoyed this.
Yeet. Marlee.
Eat.
Enough said. Right. My
Yeah,
mom
I
asked
feel
me.
like
Oh,
I was gonna say I feel like Jay is probably the best pick because he's still like not I wouldn't say he's like not out of the main event scene, but he's still got a big enough presence to where him winning the Money in the Bank would mean something.
yeah, but he needs something. He needs a win. He needs that big win. I could see
Because
him
like
like holding the Money in the Bank on the ladder, him doing his thing, and all you do that, you bring back the drone and you just get the drone shot of all of them doing it with them. I think that would be dope. My mom asked me what does yeet mean, and I'm like, we don't know. We don't know what it means, but it's
I,
fun.
I used to say like yeet as like agreement. Somebody would be like, "Can you do this for me?" I'd be like, "Yeet."
Yeah, like I think like it has a multitude of meanings.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Braun Breaker breaks Ricochet. I mean, Jesus Christ, the way that the speed at which this man hits the ropes, I would never want to run a rope drill with him ever. I'd die.
Former football player, I believe.
Oh man, maybe Gable can get some tips from him, huh? But yeah, I mean, this guy is incredible. I mean, the Frankensteiner off the top, the spear in half to Ricochet, Samantha Irvin looking distraught and upset. I'm sorry, but this was great.
You just killed your man's girl.
Right in front of her. Oh, boo boo. Um, Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn has been made official for Clash at the Castle. The Alpha Academy's out there. He's chastising them. Him and Sammy come to blows. All in all, Maxine gets hurt. Otis stepped in. When Otis stepped in front of Chad, did you hear that pop?
That was so loud.
I need Chad Gable to win this championship. Like, if Sammy loses, it's whatever. It's fine.
They're going really heavy-handed with the Chad Gable, cult leader, abusive coach role. And like you said, that pop for Otis stepping in was massive. And like no disrespect, but like that was a Hershey PA crowd. That wasn't like a Chicago or like your run-in-the-mill, big time crowds. You expect a big pop like that. And I talked about last week about maybe you kind of tease it too much and then people just kind of don't care. They like say, okay, Otis, we cared about you, but you're just continuing to get bullied by this guy. Why should we continue to cheer you on? I think they're going to pull the trigger at Clash of the Castle. So, but it was another stellar moment and a time-consuming moment
Yes.
on Raw.
That's another one a match you could have. Like people will pay to see Chad Gable versus Otis for the Intercontinental title. The Otis's emancipation. What if you beat him? Pretty
I
crazy.
mean, the internet tells me Chad Gable's contract is up soon. I don't know. I thought it was like over now or going to be over, but he's definitely improving his value right now. Chad Gable, that is.
Absolutely. Ludwig,
Giving a little bit of straight edge society CM Punk.
that was so good. That was just a great time. This I mean, he like Charles Manson, Jesus like character that Punk played.
How much they got to pay Maxine to shave her head?
I don't think Maxine's shaving her
The
head.
big bucks.
Right. I don't think Big Sacramento's shaving her head, man. Ludwig Kaiser goes on to defeat Sheamus. Good match, real good match. I'm glad Ludwig's he's doing something. Not just being Gunther's lackey. I like it.
Yeah,
What happened to the other guy?
Oh, he got kicked out. Remember? They kicked out Giovanni Vinci.
I know, but like, what? Like, where is he?
I think
Been?
is
Like,
he on
he's not been on
SmackDown?
TV.
yeah, he got drafted to SmackDown.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. So I
They need
mean,
to repackage him back to what he was in NXT, where he was like the pretty Italian boy.
can he just be Fabian Eichner
Mhm.
again? Because I mean, he was killing it just doing that.
Shit. Put him in the family on NXT. Send him down there.
Put him in the family. Bring him back to the family, huh? Let's talk about SmackDown. They got me again. They got me 10 years ago. Whenever somebody wears pastels on WWE television, you should know what is about to happen. The baby blue suit by the phenomenal AJ Styles. He asked Nick Aldis for some time. Nick gave it to him. They have some history too. Don't forget, Nick Aldis, when he was Magnus, beat AJ Styles for the TNA Championship. No, don't forget that. But yeah, he goes out there with the Good Brothers, the Too Sweet. Talked about how his son graduated high school and asked Cody to come out there. Cody Rhodes comes out there. The only text they've ever exchanged since they've known each other. Are you good? And he said, I'm good, little brother. They shake hands. He's thought about hanging him up, and then boom. Like Mark Henry did in that salmon jacket to John Cena. The attack. beats him down. The Good Brothers making sure security doesn't get down there. The Styles Clash off of the steel steps. I love it.
One thing that I really like, WWE is doing all these callbacks to these old storylines that newer fans and like the new generation may not even be aware of. Because there's probably people who don't know about that Mark Henry John Cena segment. There's people who don't know about the custody match, the custody ladder match for Dominic. So it's like all these callbacks.
It's
Loving it.
if you're a fan for a long time, they will reward you. They reward the loyal viewer, and I love that. I mean, and I said this like a few months ago. I think I said that. Yeah, I said this before WrestleMania. Cody, he's having the John Cena run. He lost to a member of the Anoa'i family. Had the feud with Brock right after. Won the Rumble. Faced that same member he lost to a year earlier for the championship at the next year's Mania. Beat him, and then he's going. He dealt with a fake retirement bit. Like he's having that 2012 2013 John Cena run minus the John Laurinaitis crap.
Hey, you never know. Nick Aldis might come out of retirement.
You see, so I wouldn't be mad if Nick Aldis got a match with Cody Rhodes for the WWE title. He doesn't have to be like a power hungry general manager. I think he's doing a great job right now. I think he can just like step down for like a few weeks so they can tell the story. Like, I want to see if I still have it, and yeah, I think that would be something. But speaking of Mark Henry, I'm going to get this out there. Mark Henry's on Busted Open. He talked about how he was originally supposed to beat John Cena for the WWE Championship. But given his health and his all his injuries, he declined. I'm like, could you imagine? He probably would have topped the Hall of Pain if he had, or the Hall of Pain 2.0 if he was in good shape and he had went on that run that year. I think that would have been great. I think that would have been awesome. But yeah, I mean, this fake retirement, damn, this was good. AJ Styles got a lot left in the tank, man. And what a way to get back into contention, You're at the back of the line. You just attack the champ. Cody, Cody, he'll do business. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Nick Aldis specifically said wins and losses matter. And just because you attack the champion, you get to jump in front of the line?
Cody's going to demand, like, no, I want him. You can't, you're not just going to get away with this. And Cody's so honorable, he'll put the title on the line.
I will say the acting, it was there, but like we get so many swerves like in wrestling these days that like you could see it coming from a mile away that it was gonna happen. And also Cody is kind of he's on like you compared him to John Cena. I'm gonna compare him to Sting. Like Cody needs to like have keep his head on a swivel because he's gonna be like Sting and the Horseman getting turned on left, right, and center. I feel like that's just kind of Cody's MO at this point, is he kind of gets a buddy with someone and then they're going to turn on him.
That's a possibility. That's a very good possibility. The Street Profits saved Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens is out there with Paul Heyman. And, Kevin Owens is like, yeah, I fought the Bloodline for 4 years. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. It's been a very long time. Paul Heyman's like, why doesn't anybody listen to me? I'm trying to help you and all this other stuff. Then Solo Sikoa, Tamatanga, and Tangaloa, they come out there and they get to it, and then they defeat the Street Profits. Yeah.
I mean, I think the more noteworthy part was probably the segment before that when Paul Heyman and Solo were talking to each other.
Yes.
And they go back and forth, and then Paul Heyman questions Solo, when you mean we have Cody Rhodes in check, what do you mean by that? Because obviously no one's talking to Roman. Paul's not involved with anything. And right when Solo was either going to say something or check Paul, KO's music hits. So we don't know what that means. I assume we're kind of like at the end or getting close to the end of Act 1, which is going to culminate with Roman returning. So we're going to have to... I thought that was the biggest point of this entire segment or story arc.
Yeah, we obviously people are talking about Jacob Fatu. The Rock's name has been thrown back out there, but Rock's currently filming that movie. There are other members of the Bloodline that exist, so you never know. What's Hikuleo doing? Huh? What's Hikuleo doing? Huh? That'd be something. What if that was his bloodline? What if that was Solo's bloodline? The Gorillas of Destiny Hikuleo? That'd be crazy. Wild. I'm down. I'm down for all this.
Down to clown.
Oh, of course.
Phillip, have you checked your Twitter? I sent you a very important video about why we are all rooting for the Edmonton Oilers. Not on the Bulletcast, on the personal one.
I have seen that. Go Oilers, baby!
Amen, brother.
Oh, my brother. Testify. All right. Nia Jax is out there, calls out Bayley. Piper Niven comes out, attacks Bayley. And then Chelsea Green says Piper Niven is going to be the champion that Nia is going to face at SummerSlam. Nia says, it doesn't matter who I face, they're going to get annihilated. Boom. I love it. Piper Niven versus Bayley for the WWE Women's Championship clash at the Castle.
Once again, wins and losses are supposed to matter. I mean, when's the last time Piper Niven has had like any sort of sustained single success?
When she was Doudrop.
Which was that was pre-pandemic, wasn't it? Or was that after the
No, I'm pretty sure that was during the pandemic. She was Doudrop until like 2023?
When did Eva Marie come back? I need it. Now I got something I never thought I'd have to do on this podcast. Look up the Eva Marie cage match.
I mean, Piper Niven, she's no slouch. She's a former women's tag team champion. She's no slouch. All right. They're just using the wins that she gained as Doudrop, and they're cashing on them later.
She came back in 2021 in June. So June of 2021. So that's just coming out of the Thunderdome. And she had like
did she have a match in front of fans?
She had, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches in her comeback. 6 of them were on Raw, and then one of them, and the other one was SummerSlam.
Oh, it's Alexa Bliss, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. That was the Vegas one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow. Anyway, AEW happened. Brandon, tell us about it.
Yeah, the big marketing point, we talked about it last week. Oh, why isn't MJF on the show after Double or Nothing? Well, he was on this show, and he comes out, cuts a promo, and he he says a lot without saying really anything. He also didn't even address Adam Cole, which kind of also suggests maybe, well, Adam Cole apparently isn't going to be back for a while, but also they're not going to go to that feud right away. He ran down Okada, Will Ospreay, Swerve, and I forget if he did anything else. So, I mean, obviously he was going for like a babyface reaction, but I think MJF, I mean, honestly, I didn't like the promo that much. I thought it was just kind of meh. He runs down Will Ospreay and Swerve, which are 2 other top 3 guys on the babyface roster. Rouge comes out, they do something back and forth. I thought the back and forth was good because,
he's
MJF,
still employed.
MJF puts over Rouge. He says how he's a good wrestler and he's not a nepo baby like some people might think he is, but I enjoyed the Double or Nothing promo from MJF a whole hell of a lot more than this Dynamite promo.
Rouge is still employed?
Yeah,
he was on last week's Dynamite that you definitely watched.
I felt like I saw him more during the pandemic when Tony did not own Ring of Honor. When they were doing those empty shows?
Well, that was the other thing. Rouge talked about how when MJF was gone, he was winning matches and things, and I was like, brother, I know I don't watch Collision and Rampage as much as I should, but I do not remember you winning anything.
Did he wrestle at that thing at the Collision we went to in October?
Yeah, he had was it a tag match? Because I remember the Half Repper was there, and he was, his white ass was parading around with the Mexican flag.
I love your commitment to that all these years later.
What are you talking about?
So, Marlee, we went to an APW show. I think it was a Halloween Hell in like 2019. And Preston Vance was there. This is, when he was still Vanilla Vance. This is before the Dark Order. This is the Rock and Roll Express wrestled on this show. And he was doing push-ups, and Brandon calls him out. Like, you didn't go down all the way. Oh, man. And until this day, he's a half repper. I love the commitment to.
And now he's Mexican, or at least was Mexican. I don't know what's going on with him these days.
So in AEW, you can just change your ethnicity and race.
Apparently.
pretty much.
So Roosh talked about how while MJF was gone and winning matches, let's see,
Okay.
he wrestled, he won 2 matches on Rampage, both in May, won a collision match in April, wrestled in Mexico a little bit. So yeah, he's wrestled in the year 2024. He's wrestled 7 matches. Like 4 of those were in AEW.
AEW, you can just change your race and ethnicity? Really?
All elite.
What am I talking about? That's where Cody ended racism and became Cody Luther King. What am I talking? Of course you
Exactly.
can do that. Yeah. Okay. This is a thing. I loved when Roosh was the Ring of Honor World Champion. He was doing some stuff. Oh God. Oh God.
Something you might like, Phillip. Your boy Chris Jericho was all over. Your best friend Chris Jericho was all over this episode of Dynamite.
I love it.
They did a segment where he arrives to the venue, yells or not yells, he's just teaching because he's the learning tree. The cameraman had to hold the camera properly, and
I did see that, yes.
there's like three or four segments scattered out through the entire episode of him just kind of doing the same bit over and over and over again. And I'm not someone who would commit to a bit like that, but I commend Chris Jericho on doing that. But it was a little much. I thought they were gonna, they do he enters the building, we get like an in-ring segment or like one backstage promo. But no, we did this over and over and over again, and it just kind of ran the joke into the ground. And I've been a fan of the learning tree Chris
That's kind
Jericho
of the
gimmick,
point.
but it's a little bit kind of gone from haha, you're kind of annoying to like, okay, you're so annoying, I don't want to see you right now.
Well, that's kind of the point. People are chanting, "Please retire." So he's just gonna lean into it as much as possible. Like he's going to be as annoying as you people think he is. That's basically it. Yeah.
Then we're gonna get a tag team match with them in Private Party. So
Private Party's still there too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez, what?
Isaiah
What?
just had a match with Samoa Joe like a couple weeks ago.
Bro, what did they ever win the tag titles? No, huh?
Isaiah
No, they haven't
Cassidy
won.
main evented Rampage with Rey Fenix.
Hey, not too much on my birthday twin, Mark Quinn, though.
Phillip, who's your wrestling birthday twin? I got Al Snow and Mandy Rose.
Uh, my wrestling birthday twin. Let's see.
He has Wrestle Kingdom.
I Wrestle Kingdom, yes. I Wrestle Kingdom. Let's see. Let's see. I was born on. Let's see. Let's see who was my birthday twin. Who do you think it is?
I'm not good with birthdays and dates, so I can't remember who is celebrating a birthday in early January.
Who the hell is Jim
January?
Powers?
Wasn't he from the 80s? I believe Jim Powers.
Okay, Canyon. There we go.
There you go.
Yeah, Chris Canyon. There we go. That's my wrestling birthday twin. Yeah,
Who better?
right. All right. Okay. Mercedes Moné had a vignette.
Yeah, she also was doing some sort of like cash money giveaway thing, which was very strange. She's doing her own Sinister, what is it? Sinister Stick, Wyatt 6, whatever the hell they're doing. She had her own vignette, and you scan it, and it goes to some promo that she does, and whatever. That's what I'm talking about. That was a whole separate thing. But actually, on the show, she had a sit-down interview, and she was talking about Stephanie Vicaire and how they have history and what the match means to her and everything like that. I thought this was honestly probably one of the best things Monet's done on AEW thus far. Not saying much because I don't think it's been spectacular, but it was just a straightforward promo, sports-like, talking about her upcoming opponent. I thought it was quite good.
Now
Quite
that
good.
Willow's lost the title, can we get her in the Women's World Championship picture, please?
I also thought Willow cut a good promo as well because she helped clear Chris Statlander from the ring, and then she cut like a very serious promo with a little bit of a smile to it. I thought that was also very good.
When's Forbidden Door? When is that?
End of the month.
Can we at least get this match on pay-per-view and then move on to something else? Like they don't all have to be AEW versus in JPW. They don't all have to be that. We can get one. Like they can open the show real quick.
Well, the
Get,
main event is Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland. That's not AEW and JPW.
that's right. I mean, like he just got there, so it's AEW versus NJPW with James. But yeah, Statlander, Willow, give him 8 to 10. Let him do some good business. All right, let's kind of speed through this. Let's see what else we got here. Young Bucks agree to help Christian. Christian, he's just on what you call it? Chris Van Vliet. Go watch that. I'm sure that's a great watch and listen. Um, yeah.
Danielson cut a passion promo about how this last year full-time wrestling hasn't exactly gone the way he's wanted to because he's been losing over and over and over again, and he's going to enter the Owen because whoever wins that gets the title shot at Wembley. So I thought this was once again very sports centric, very well done, and I think this is kind of the best of Bryan Danielson. It's better than him going out on random collisions, wrestling, whatever random luchador he's never wrestled before. Give him some substance.
How did
Quite enjoyed that.
Blackpool Combat Club versus Team CMLL go?
It was
That was pretty
what you'd
fun.
I mean, it was fine, is what you'd expect. I mean, shout out Wheeler Yuta, he's back from injury, so that was nice to see. And that's also kind of the impetus of Daniel's promo
Honest,
here.
didn't even know he was gone. To be honest with you,
Yeah, he had like a concussion thing going.
Yeah, he's the Ring of Honor pure champion. Show some respect.
dude.
I know everyone
I
else
will
has a
say
title.
though, I will say Bryan Danielson is my pick for the Owen, just based off his promo, because that would be the best way to send him off. Get him his moment in Wembley, whether he wins or loses, so he can just go home and enjoy his life because he ended it on a good note.
And then come back to WWE, have a quick run, and go in the Hall of Fame.
I think he's going in the Hall of Fame regardless.
I need the quick run. I need the quick run though. I need that real quick.
If
Just
you haven't,
a little bit.
go on Twitter. There's a clip from the Brie and Nikki podcast, and Danielson's on it. And he goes on this whole tangent about how he doesn't understand why the kids say "I fuck with that" as like a positive term of endearment. Because when he says "I want to fuck with that," that means I'm like messing with you. And he just goes on like this like 30-minute side tangent. It was very boomerish of Danielson. It was hilarious.
What? Bro, Daniel Bryan was on like Total Divas and Total Bellas. He had some one-liners on that show, man. Like he was a gem. He really was.
Because he understood how much of a farce it was, so he was just having fun with it. He wasn't taking it seriously.
So the I fuck with that. Was he taking that seriously, or was he just
He was just like, I don't understand why these young people say that word, say it like that. Because like if I say like it's like if I'm saying I'm fucking with you. He was like just very like Danielson about it. He was very technical and just like trying to understand the meaning behind behind this.
he had a very literal meaning behind it?
Yeah.
I think Brian Danielson and I would be great friends. I feel like that about certain things too.
You and him go deep into the woods and go on an ayahuasca trip.
No, just like certain terms and phrases. I'm like, you know, like when people say like get off his dick, like, well, I'm not physically on it. Why would you say that? That doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, fuck with it.
Right? I mean, I understand that one. It's like I get it. I mess with it.
And that was the other thing. He made it seem like this is like a new thing. This I feel like that term has been around for quite a long time.
It's like yeet and just all this random popularity.
I'll be honest.
Been around forever.
I feel like Yeet is not in the popular culture, except for WWE.
Or if you grew up on Vine.
Yeah, like it yeah,
Yeah,
like
but that's what I'm saying. That was like 6 years ago, 7 years ago, and it's just not really a thing anymore.
I mean, I've kind of seen like non-wrestling fans throw the yeet out there now. So like it's coming back. But if we're talking like Melvin Gregg, Vine, and all this other stuff back in the day, Yeet was it was a monster to be reckoned with. Swerve defeated Roderick Strong to retain the AEW championship. Congratulations.
Why is someone who
he's not
just lost a
dropping it.
title match being in a world title match? No idea, but the match was good.
I have some
There you
AEW
go.
things to talk about. But
And
I'm
he's
not
not
gonna.
dropping that belt until All In because they want that Wembley pop for Osprey.
Or for the 80,000 people that weren't really 80,000 that he got tatted on him when it turned out the turnstile showed like it was like it was like 5 or 6,000 less than that. That was fun. That's one of my favorite Will Ospreay moments. That and him losing to Vader. Anyway, NXT Battleground is this weekend. Let's talk about it. It is a ladder match for the inaugural NXT Women's North American Championship. Great segment, by the way, on NXT with all the women. Jada Parker be talking that ish. She's my pick, man. She
I was gonna say she held her own in that segment.
Bruh, she about to run NXT the way Tiffany Stratton did, bruh. I'm telling you. So here we
Honestly,
go.
either her, Saul, or Kalani. Those are the three.
I feel like Sol Ruka and Jada Parker could have a real rivalry down there. Like for the woman's title. Like give them like a 3 month, give them like two PLEs back to back and let them just cook. All right. So the ladder match: Sol Ruka versus Last Legend versus Fallon Henley versus Jada Parker versus Michin versus Kalani Jordan. I got Jada Parker.
I'll go with Sol Ruka. Why? No reason. Also, it may have seemed like I didn't watch NXT this past week. That's not the case. I saw the women's tag team match with the spot with Michin and what's her face falling over the top rope and the reaction of that fan to that spot. I mean, I've seen that clip like 1,000 times and it's hilarious every single time.
But Sol Ruka, I mean, you're a fan of the Soul Snatcher, right?
I mean, it might be a little contrived, but
I think it works because of how like lengthy she is. You know what I mean? Like it looks very graceful. See what I'm saying?
it's kind of like the whole point of the finishing move is like her opponent kind of has to almost do the finishing move to like themselves.
No. I mean, it doesn't like if somebody grabs your neck, even at that point of gravity, you're going down.
It's a whole thing. I mean, with Roxanne Perez being a heel champion, I think they're going to go with the babyface North American champion.
Um, Roxanne Perez could lose. We don't know. Marlee, who do you got in the woman ladder match?
It might be Kalani's time because I said Saul, Kalani, or Jada, but I feel like Kalani might have a shot at this one.
I I could see Lash Legend doing something. Could steal it, and
Bring
then
it home to metaphor.
have like a little backstage segment with Trick right before his match. I could see that happening. Triple threat match for the NXT North American Championship. Wesley's looking to bring back the title home. He's going up against Joe Coffey and Obafemi. I like Joe Coffey. I really do. I liked him in like on the UK Indies, and then obviously when NXT UK was a thing, I really liked him. But I think Obafemi about to retain that thing, man.
Yeah, Obafemi's been kind of catching fire as much. Everyone's talking about Trick Williams, but Obafemi I think has been quite good in his
He's
kind
a
of short run here. And Joe Coffey's another, established good worker that could kind of quote unquote lead him and Wesley as well to kind of get him through this match and kind of bring out his strengths.
Obafemi is a massive human being.
Yeah, I see Obafemi dropping it, so he's my pick.
All right, NXT Underground match: Shayna Baszler versus Lola Vice. I think Shayna. This is a nice opportunity for Lola, but I need Shayna. I need Shayna Baszler when she was in NXT, just choking people out, man. I need that Shayna back.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Shayna. They're doing something with her um on the main roster. And then Lola Vice, her character isn't like the ruthless badass MMA fighter that I think she could be. So I think this kind of does fit Shayna's gimmick a little bit more. So yeah.
Right.
I'm also intrigued to see like what the UFC Apex looks like. Because usually when they do those Apex shows, it's like nobody's there. And like there's like some fans, but obviously there probably gonna be more fans than there normally is for a show like this. So I'm intrigued to see what it looks like.
Absolutely. Singles match for the NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez goes up against the TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace.
Everybody loves the
Roxanne.
Forbidden Door idea, but then it comes to booking and there's politics involved.
It's not a
and
forbidden door. It's
sorry,
a
the prohibited portal.
yes. Thank you.
So I'm gonna give a schmoz, and Roxanne walks away with that title.
All right, Marlee, who you got?
I said Roxanne. I don't
I'm a,
know.
I'm,
I
I'm
feel
a,
like it's just Jordan just showed up. Why is she winning the NXT Women's Championship? Not in like a rude way, but it's like she just showed up.
That would be the point for her to win.
yeah. Yeah.
Now, if
Just-
there wasn't politics involved and these women could just go out there for like 25 minutes, I'm all
But
for it, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
I feel like Sean wouldn't let that happen though.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
Rumor is there's supposed to be some WWE representation on the what you call it, on the next TNA pay-per-view. So maybe Jordan wins it and then Roxanne wins it back over there. It's a possibility. All right, moving on from that tag team match, NXT Tag Team Championship. Nathan Fraser and Axiom go up against the OC, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. Give it to the OC. I like that.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yeah, I feel like there's a random tag team, Nathan and Axiom.
Yeah, I
The
mean they're both
OC
like,
needs OC needs something. Like if Michin is in the ladder match and she wins, and then we get the OC winning the tag team championships, they run NXT.
and then AJ would have to beat Cody for the WWE Championship.
Bring it on home.
Oh, you pulled a Brandon. I can't hear you.
Well, I've been cutting this entire promo about how AJ Styles needs to go down to NXT and then he wins the NXT championship. So the entire Bullet Club, whatever their name is now, just runs NXT for some reason.
Yes, and then Finn Balor joins them, and then he wins the North American Championship, and then
And then Cody fights over AJ Styles, who's the real leader of the club. And Kenny leaves AEW because he says screw this, and then
oh, that would be something. All right, and then the main event for the NXT Championship. Sexy Red is supposed to be on the show, right?
Yeah, she's the host.
All right, ski.
over under 6.5 ass shakes from Sexy Red.
Oh, there's about to be a lot of twerking on this show. Y'all get ready. And they're gonna be on Peacock, so
Someone get a Booker T's blood pressure medication ready.
somebody get that man some water. Oh,
Pray
man.
for that man. Get
Right.
that couch ready, Charmel.
Oh, shuck it, duck it, quack, quack. Uh-huh.
He was eager to host that summit, I'll tell you.
I like it. He's going to be doing the Trick William ad-libs while Sexy Red is out there. Oh, Trick Williams defends the NXT title against All Ego Ethan Page. You know what? Trick, obviously he'll beat him. I wouldn't be mad if I'd see Ethan Page defeating a babyface North American champion and taking that title. I'd like to see something like that down the line.
Yeah, I don't see Ethan winning right away, but if he went for like the mid-card title, it makes sense.
I mean, stranger things have happened. Dolph Ziggler won the NXT title on a random episode of NXT.
True.
Yeah.
I feel like there might be some interference in this match. I feel like.
Yeah. Josh
Yeah.
Alexander? Huh? The portal.
Mhm.
The portal and TNA and they were the North. I would love to see the North have a tag match in WWE. I think that'd be great.
I still remember that promo that Brandy Rhodes cut on Ethan Page. Like, we just hired you for Josh Alexander. Then Josh Alexander never came to AEW. So
No, he didn't. I worked a show with Josh Alexander once a couple years ago. Great guy. He's a fantastic human being. I love him. Yeah, so Trick Williams.
Yeah, Trick is retaining.
I mean, would be shocked if Ethan wins, but I think they're just all in on Trick right now.
Not the
And
all
similar
in.
to like Omafemi, Ethan's a good enough worker to where he can kind of, get Trick through it.
Not all in. All right, guys. Thank you so much. That is going to do it for us. We went longer than we normally have these past couple weeks. You're welcome. We've blessed your eardrums. Yeah, thank you guys so much. As always, be safe and stay dangerous. We will have a recap of NXT Battleground in the coming days. Stay tuned.
West Coast, you know we moving on. Metaphor Messiah, microphone Messiah. You know the down to the wire. Mr. No Days Off, this is the feeling. Know what we dealing. Let's get it on, yeah. It's the bullet cast. Microphone Messiah, Mr. No Days Off. It's the bullet cast. The microphone Messiah, Mr. No Days Off. It's the bullet cast. The microphone Messiah, Mr. No Days Off. It's the bullet cast. The microphone Messiah, Mr. No Days Off.